Now that we have derived the formula for cosine of alpha plus beta, we can do some more interesting things. We can derive more formulas. How do we find the formula for cosine of alpha minus beta? Here's how we derive it. If we substitute negative beta into our original formula, we will get this expression: cos alpha cos negative beta minus sine of alpha times sine of negative beta. Then, from the symmetrical angle identities that we derived in the previous video, we can say that this is equal to cos alpha cos beta plus sine alpha sine of beta. This is because cos of negative theta is equal to cos of theta, and sine of a negative theta is equal to a negative sine theta. Now, how do we find the formula for sine of alpha minus beta? Try doing this on your own by pausing the video. Here's how. Using the cofunction identities that we derived, we can say that cosine of pi by 2 minus theta is sine theta, and sine of pi by 2 minus theta is cosine theta. We can then substitute pi by 2 minus alpha into our original equation, yielding the following expression. Cosine of pi by 2 minus alpha times cos beta minus sine of pi by 2 minus alpha times sine beta. Now, what is the next step? We substitute our original cofunction identities into our current equation, which yields sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sine beta. This is the equation for sine of alpha minus beta. Now let us try doing the formula for sine of alpha plus beta. We do the same thing as last time, only now we have negative beta instead of positive beta. This gives cosine of pi by 2 minus alpha plus negative beta. This gives us the expression cos pi by 2 minus alpha times cos negative beta minus sine pi by 2 minus alpha times sine negative beta. What do we do from here? We use both the cofunction and symmetry identities. Here are the symmetry identities, in case you forgot. Therefore, here is our formula for sine of alpha plus beta: sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. Here are our 4 trigonometric addition formulas. They can be easily remembered as shown. The sine addition formula has sine and cosine in flips, with the plus or minus sign being the one inside the original expression. However, it is the opposite with cosine, where it is both cosine first and then sine. This is an easy and quick way to remember these formulas. We are not done yet. It is time for the tangent addition formula. Tangent is equal to sine over cosine, so we get that it is sine alpha plus beta over cosine alpha plus beta. Now, if you remember, we have already derived these two formulas, meaning that we just have to substitute these expanded expressions back into the equation. Now, to convert the terms into tangent, divide both the numerator and the denominator by cos alpha cos beta. We can also simplify these expressions by canceling out like terms. Thus, write each expression in terms on sine over cosine. Then, use the identity tan x equals sine x over cos x to rewrite this expression. Therefore, we have tangent of alpha plus beta equals tan alpha plus tan beta over 1 minus tan alpha tan beta.